Hello, and good morning. Alright, so, a couple changes since last time. Ran a few grind fights, just because, for whatever reason I decided to make Olivia into a Terror Knight. Just go with it. Basically, she had a stick, he had a stick, they're stick friends now. But at any dang rate, actually, I kind of think, but I kind of want him with a Curious too. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid idea. Alright, so, that, I think. There we go, now he's got decent defense, like they do. And, I was actually wrong. She is more the defensive one. I was saying she was all the attacky one earlier, but yeah, no, she seems more defensive than the others. Although she still has the whole mind thing going on. But, oh well. Now, this next part is going to be the whole short-range thing, so pretty much just going to take him out with archers, then do the next fight right after that, once again with archers. So this should be a relatively simple process. What else is new, actually? I feel like there was new stuff. Oh yeah, she's new. It was just a random hire from a fight. Basically she was a fencer, decided to make her into a dragoon. Nifty. Alright, moving on. I don't really foresee any problems in these next two fights, because they're usually pretty easy. Let's get the assassin snipers in here. Kind of want... Alright, I want Olivia in here for the sake of her getting points. I want to just make this a long-range thing. We're going to stick the snipers in. Go full snipers on this. Yeah, I think we'll go full ranged. And that looks alright. Maybe griffins? Maybe griffins. I don't want to stick griffins in. Yeah, we'll do griffins. Get these guys in the back-ish. Yeah, you and your guard. Griffins. There we go. Should be a good bit better. Oh, goody good like. To be fair, this is definitely a reasonable exchange on top of a volcano. Like, what are you doing on our volcano? Like, what are you doing on our volcano? So he says to beat it from him. Yeah, sure. That is a reasonable response. That always goes well. Now then, this is why we wanted griffins. Basically just limit their movement right off the bat. Dang. I wasn't really expecting that 40%, but alright. They're kind of frail. Okay, if you guys could stop rolling 30 and 40%, that'd be awesome. Alright, fast forward just a little bit, because we're gonna do two fights. Artillery archers only need to go up a little bit to pull off what they need to do. There's almost no vertical tolerance on this thing, so yeah, no, they definitely won't be able to hit them. But they will be able to do some stuff to this one. I really like these railguns. They're awesome. Actually funny because I know that this is like an endless thing of everything reminds me of something from RuneScape, but it totally does. Just because there is actually a railgun crossbow in that too. Which basically never got called a railgun crossbow and wasn't technically a railgun crossbow, but the thing shot lightning, so... I mean, naturally that's going to be the assumption. Alright. Smackinate that guy. She's actually really good at the whole stick smacking thing. A little bit surprising. But I guess the class kind of gives her boosts. Come on. I just need La Raza to take a turn, then he gets shot in the face, and we're done here. little bit strange, actually, going to this after just recently beating, what's it called? Banner Saga. So, if you're unfamiliar with it, it has a kind of unusual thing to it, in which the fighting is primarily, like, on each team moves one unit, and then essentially each of those guys essentially just has a strength and armor rating. So you can basically, you attack armor to be able to hit them better, and you attack strength in order to reduce their attacking power. But yeah, it often wound up being a thing where you would just go around reducing everyone's strength to nothing, and essentially you just had an entire army that was just barely crawling along, but that way they could only ever do 1 damage each turn because they had only 1 strength left. So it was exploitable, to say the least. Ooh, that's a shame for you. And he's stunned. Now I just need my archers to take turns and we're done here. Boosted stats or not, you're still not terribly threatening. But yeah, so recently beat that thing. And a little bit underwhelmed by the ending, not gonna lie. Mostly because they had this very bizarre choice that they chose right at the finish. Which was just to suddenly make a boss that worked under different rules than the whole rest of the game, and then hide the actual skill that you need to beat the guy. Unimpressed. I'm not sure why they went that way for the ending. But, oh well. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so. You smack this one. That went fantastically. I don't know what you're talking about. Didn't you have tame? No. Then might as well kill it. Alright, so Olivia may be not doing so great as a frontliner, but I mean, she's taken some hits. It's been okay. Some choices may require improvement. As I mentioned earlier, we're really just waiting for the archers to get their turns. Oh, they killed Laptop. This guy's fast. That is a problem. Oh well. You bite him in, I guess, that side. His rear end is not currently available. That also needs better phrasing. There we go. And one more tremendous shot should finish this. Until he suddenly pulls parry out of his rear end. Okay, good. His rear end remains unavailable. So they're also after the guy. Which I guess kind of sort of makes sense, except for the fact that they got beaten here. Or they got matched here, more or less. Because all things considered, it would have taken a few days to go all the way from one castle to the other to go get the information that they already had. Although maybe with the distance traveled, it would have taken them an equal amount of days. They're not counting the like week I spent pissing around in Tynemouth, going and getting grind fights. So, oh well, this game would be so weird if you actually got penalized for wasting your time. I don't wonder what would happen. It's the only game I can really think of that actually actively penalized you for just being a complete moron with your time was Fallout. Well, actually, come to think of it, I guess the entire crux of, what's it? Well, Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 both had that mechanic. What am I thinking of? Tyranny. There we go. Another one that I was looking at. Yeah, no, we'll be fine with the same party. May or may not get Sherry, we'll see. So, he's pretending not to know stuff. She joined them. And apparently she's completely okay with the whole thing. Like, hey, we have these things for basically turning on the apocalypse. Maybe give them to these guys that are clearly not exactly trustworthy. Okay, so then they decide to go. And then somebody dies, and he's all like, hey, I use swords now. And they let you know that he's the last one of the sisters, or she's the last one of the sisters that you probably would have actually run into at this point. Although I guess we haven't really run into, have we run into Saria? Yeah, we have run into Saria. And she's talking about her blade. She doesn't actually have one of those. Also, turning off the mic for a sec. That didn't work. Okay, back. Nice for a moment. So, yeah, her logic. It sucks here. Like, these guys murdered the guy, but he should have, being an old man, basically decided, hey, I'm gonna go join the people that killed him because he couldn't fight an army on his own. Because he got into politics once, and yeah. But yeah, all the sisters that you've acquired by this point, I'll try to pretty much convince him that, or convince her that she's an idiot. Not very successfully, though. And has a tendency to get herself friggin' beat no matter what. It's not exactly a difficult fight. Like, base game, it can be a little bit annoying because a lot of the ninjas keep doing their whole decoy thing. Also, by the way, the whole reason that I keep going and checking, or I keep trying to use, like, missile abilities with Denim that he doesn't actually have, the reason that I keep going and checking through his menu, basically that's where that Ironman run of the base game is at this point. He's running around as a fencer. And since I accidentally retreated on one of those, that one actually ended up getting restarted, so... Alright. You guys done taking your turns yet? You can stop pretending you're gonna win. Run up and shoot you in the face. Oops. Not what I meant to do. I meant to shoot her in the face. That's not shooting her in the face at all. That is. It's very effective shooting her in the face, too. Also, you know what? After a few runs recently, in which I've actually gone recruiter, I'm going to take it back about Sherry being difficult to recruit, which is actually probably one of the easiest. Just because, yeah, you basically just have to go to a... You have to make sure she doesn't die in this fight, and then you just go to a particular town whenever it's raining, which actually isn't that rare, depending on what month it is. Yeah, one Griffin bite should do her in now. Or that. Oh, you made a dire enemy. I totally won't join you in, like, a few days. Give me a week to cool off. Literally in the rain. Go be a hobo for a while. Plotting revenge and... I don't know, the local equivalent of a soup kitchen. I'm not really sure what her plan is. So, one interesting thing I found out not too long ago, and I believe you can only have 2 sisters with you, depending on what route you took. So yeah, I think I'm pretty sure you can have either Saria and Olivia or Sistina and Olivia. I don't think you can have all 3 by this point. I think on Law... Let's see, if you go on Law, then I think Saria joins you, but Sistina is just, like, missing. If you go on this one, yeah. To be fair, those guys were kind of idiots. It's like, honestly, after a few conversations, you can sometimes tell if somebody's in it for themselves or somebody else. Especially if it's the ones that need to endlessly talk about how much they're in it for other people, that are usually way more than in it for themselves. Yeah. All those vile instruments, dang it. Coming in with all their sweet guitars. Yeah, they're complaining about all their balkanization. And he does have a point. Basically, the Dark Knights are the ones that run it at this point. As far as the whole unification process. Now, this is the part that I didn't know not too long ago. The whole point of this question is basically to decide which questions are the ones that either let Kashua survive or die. So, basically, if you say that you'll do what you have to, she actually won't show up in the fight later. So she'll run off at the beginning of the fight instead of actually joining in. But basically the questions end up changing to... I forget which way they end up going. Like, you didn't abandon them and all that. Whereas if you do this one that you can't actually fight her, then the questions end up becoming that you did abandon them and you feel bad about it. Which I guess makes sense, and also kind of adds to the whole frustrating thing of how she ends up offing herself on so many runs where you can't remember which one's which. I'm gonna do this one so that she's just plain not in the fight. Like, yeah, no, it's fine. I love his answer. You're like, no, dude, I will go completely ballistic on that place if I have to. I mean, realistically, this is the sensible answer. Like, no, it's a war. You're gonna have to do some crap and hope that you can get away with doing as little crap as possible. You actually still can. If you go over to Balma Musa and let her try to stab you, apparently she just joins you. So, give that a go. Works out pretty well. I don't know why all the ladies in this game really like stabbing folks. Foreshadowing. It's a place you will never, ever get to. I'm not actually entirely sure what the meaning of this dream is. Yeah, he sees the last boss. Make haste with what? What he's trying to tell him is like, hurry the hell up, you douche, because you're gonna get overrun. If you want this whole thing to work, you better get on it. He's like, nah, I'm good. Everything's fine. Just a dream. Oh well. And then he goes back to taking another nap. Just sleeping on the job over here. Oh no! What's funny is, yeah, they, what's it? I think it's, I don't know, there's a couple characters. He's one of them, there's another one referring to him. Basically call each other all breeding and no substance. And I love how at this point Almerica has been taken, well, in most of the different things, Almorca's been changing hands so many times, they're like, yeah, can we just send a group over there, get those hostages back, because it seems to happen all the time. You are very wrong. You guys need all the help you can get. And he stares out a window. Okay. First things first. Is it possible to just go check this out? Darn. Well, I guess it was like a 30% chance it was going to be raining at the time. Well, that'll be that for this part. I'll be back next time, hopefully... Actually, let's go buy some stuff. This place is surprisingly functional for being burned down. It actually never stops being functional, which is the funny part. Like, you can go here directly after Balmamusa and just buy stuff. I'm like, no, we rebuilt in like half a day, it's fine. Alright, where's that item at? Alright. You know what, screw it, let's just go and recruit Sherry real quick. So, this is dependent on her loyalty, which is hilarious because she starts out with pretty much full loyalty. Now what we need to do is just get into a random fight. The party I have is actually going to be fine for just blitzing a fight real quick here. I forget if we needed to read any journal entries, but hopefully not. Yeah, that'll be fine. Don't have any healing element, but hopefully it won't... Oh, crap. We got Zambos. Okay. I'm gonna have to do the blitz strategy, I think. If you're wondering what the blitz strategy is, it just basically is when you get everybody down to relatively low health. And that's it. You just knock them all in one fell sweep, so you get everybody down to one hit to go. Okay, and we got two characters that are nigh useless in the situation. It's actually funny how, despite being nerfed pretty severely, the archers are so much more fun to use in One Vision than they were base game. Just because that 3 movement they used to have was... oh, that was awful. Keep noticing that over and over. And yeah, I'll endlessly compare and contrast the two. I figure it does a better job to go and basically understand what it is that you're reviewing if you know the original better. I mean, also, honestly, a big part of that is just the fact that I don't end up... So far I can't put One Vision on my Vita. And my PSP is so beaten up that the thing creaks and stuff whenever I'm using it. So, it kind of annoys my wife, so I prefer to do the one that does its annoying little clickety-clacks and doesn't cause her to wake up than, you know, get in trouble. Like, why does that thing keep creaking? Like, well, because it's an old piece of trash, that's why. But seriously though, my PSP is in some pretty crap shape. Like the thing, it's funny because I recently rebuilt it so that it's a little bit more semi-put together. But yeah, no, the thing is still pretty much, like, it creaks with all the stuff moving around. The areas where the screws are supposed to be held in place just fragmented a long time ago. So, let's knock that one down. Knock that one down. Start knocking this one down. And hopefully these should all get finished off right before they're done. You go over here. Get her patched up before we run into problems there. Then right before the end of the fight, we're gonna have 3 people use those horns and basically call it a win. Dang it. Slightly short on her. Actually, slightly idiotic, because I would have had a shot if I... No, I couldn't have made it. Crystallize is super useful now. A very, very useful ability. Alright. Super slow one's gotta go, though. Start getting these horns going. We're getting close to the end of the fight. Yeah. It farts. It farted the weather into existence. Although, I think it rolls like 1 to 3 on how many phases it turns the weather. That looks pretty severe. I think that actually might be enough. Right. I guess now the main worry would be about actually getting out of this fight alive. It'd be a weird way for the run to end. Tried to recruit Sherry, everyone died. That was her plan the whole time. Alright. Second archer needs help. And we're out of good healing items, so... Okay, this is definitely getting problematic now. Alright, he's gone. Crap. Alright, losing Sarah, very bad situation. I should have been putting these guys to sleep. Okay, kill yourself, wait a turn. Crap. Alright, we're gonna have to go back to that original plan. What it's looking like anyway. Unless we can get 2 very lucky shots, although one of them is about to come back. Or not. Okay. Excellent. Alright, I'm gonna have to have her heal because we're still getting at least 1 back. Okay, this one's gotta go. Or at least get stunned. So that accuracy was a Big benefit there. Please don't let anyone else come back. Alright, now we're gonna have to go for a dead anchor here. Oh, right, he has relay. Okay, I need to go relay them back into place, I think. We can go get Sarah back. That'd be kind of cool if relay exercised also. Please don't miss. Thank you. Come on, stop coming back. I just need a little more time here. No ghosts, no ghosts. Right. The ghost of Warren who died earlier. They're dead. Him dead. And that Terra Knight's almost back, and then that's another helping of health we gotta deal with. Alright, I need you to both hit and crit somehow. Nope. I have no guarantee this will tip him over to where he needs to be. Right, finish him. And that'll leave 2. 3. Stupid zombies. Alright, relay ain't gonna happen. There's nobody else I can really have to do this, so you get out of here. Good. Hammering on him. Alright, I would steal for the sake of the points, but right now that's really not affordable. Figures. Double figures. That's potentially a one-shot. Perfect. So he might have enough points to get Olivia up soon. That one archer dick would just get closer here, that'd be great. Yes, I'm well aware of the fact that they're recovering far faster than I'm able to kill them off. Dang it! In that case, I didn't want to do that. Alright. Why did I decide this was a good idea again? Ooh, nice. And the items to help here. What the hell with these 25%? Okay, I know they died, or they missed a whole bunch of far better ones earlier, but still. Okay. Life, please. Okay, she's knocked down to 1. Crap, there goes Sustina. Or not. Yeah, Sustina. Yeah, this is gonna be the end of the run. This is what I get for not bringing an exorcist. Nope. You tried. Alright, here's the plan. Go here, try to counter-kill everybody, and then somehow get, like, a multi-shot on a bunch of them somehow. I'm not sure how that would work out exactly. Okay. Well, you might as well go out with some boom, right? Well, there we go. That's the end of that run. Of all the ways I was expecting that to end, that was definitely, definitely not what I would have expected. Alright. Got another run coming up after this then. Alright, see you next time.